Jodi with an extensive career in the financial banking industry, and Phil as an alternative education teacher to at-risk youth, and currently as an 8th grade social studies teacher at the North Syracuse Junior High School. Their community service spans many years, encompassing diverse organizations. However, it was in speaking with several of their friends and colleagues that I realized the passion and commitment they devote to every aspect of their lives. This is a couple whose day does not end with their full-time work and commitments with their 2 lovely daughters, Kennedy Ann and Madison Rose. Jodi and Phil have chosen to extend themselves beyond these commitments in order to serve in deep, meaningful ways. I don't believe you can speak about Vera House without speaking about Jodi. It is a part of who she is, and she has been here from the beginning. Her history with Vera House is expansive. She has spent most of her adult years serving this organization, beginning with the Rape Crisis Center, and then as it merged and became Vera House. Her early work serving as president of the agency board and as a trustee of the foundation board led to her volunteer work as a sexual assault advocate. In this role, Jodi is on call to go to the hospital to assist victims that have been sexually assaulted. And her commitment as an advocate extends beyond these services to training new volunteers on weekends. She is the #1 go-to person for training and the person new volunteers choose to team with for guidance in their new role. Her support of Vera House extends from direct service to serving on many committees and board leadership, and next June, she will once again take on a key leadership role at Vera House as she begins serving as chair of the foundation. To her friends and colleagues, Jodi is a nurturing presence, helping them to realize their dreams with her gentle guidance and support. She is the true friend who stands by you through life's uncertainties, who listens and helps you to see the light during a very difficult time. As a very successful varsity softball coach at Janesville DeWitt High School for 18 years, Phil traveled many miles from Cicero to DeWitt, as well as traveling to games and tournaments, and then home to continue his work with grade papers and spend time with his family. But what truly speaks to the mentor and role model he is the phone call I had with the mother of Ashley, a young lady he had coached. Phil was a pivotal person in her daughter's life, a role model for her in overcoming and living with major health issues and surgeries during her high school years. He taught her daughter to overcome any obstacle with perseverance, humor, and the gift of being grateful for every day, which he has done every day despite his own personal health concerns. His motto, it is not just about being a great athlete on the field, but more importantly, to be a better person off the field. And equally as important, to not let an illness define you. Despite being unable to play college softball, Phil helped Ashley to realize her dream of attending her first choice college, and she now is the manager for her softball team at college and assists children with disabilities to play softball. Now imagine the positive impact Phil has had on the lives of all those he has taught and coached during his career. Jodi and Phil are a striking example of friendship and teamwork in a marriage, of persevering in the face of personal obstacles, of deep faith and love for friends and family. They put their heart and soul into all that they do, yet they remain incredibly humble about their service to others. Vera House is truly blessed to have them as part of our family. Please join me in welcoming Jodi and Phil to the podium.
Good evening, and thank you, Lynn, for your beautiful introduction.
And I just want to say one other thing before you get started. I wanted to present Jodi and Phil with this beautiful piece of survivor artwork to thank them for all their service, for their passion, and for the mission of Vera House. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. So I'm Jodi DeAugustine, my husband Phil, and it's an honor for he and I to be here tonight celebrating the 25th anniversary of our New Beginnings Gala and the mission of Vera House. When Phil and I were asked to be honorary chairs for this evening, we felt very humbled to accept, and I must admit, the request did come with a bit of worry for me. It wasn't about being able to meet the obligation for this evening. It wasn't about the recognition that came with being named honorary chairs. It was simply about Vera House. You see, Vera House has meant so much to me personally that I didn't know at first if we would be able to adequately describe the passion we feel for this mission and the deep, deep love in our hearts and admiration that we have for those that drive the mission every day at Vera House. Upon further reflection about why was this organization my heart and soul, I realized it was because Vera House has become my home. I will start from what I know to be true about Vera House, that the people living under this roof, this house, this home, bring their spirit, their love, their care, and their hearts to our courageous survivors every day. Phil and I are in awe of the things we witness about these wonderful people and draw inspiration from their emotional strength when they seem they are never too tired to fight and take a stand, because that stand they choose to take makes all the difference. The difference for others to find hope as they struggle to find themselves again. For example, the dedication and tenacity of people like Randy Bregman, our executive director, who has so often been the voice of and for those not yet ready to speak out. Her assurances to all around her that together we will break through, we will be stronger, and we will survive are inspirational to us. There are so many inspiring people providing advocacy every day at Vera House. People like Tiffany Breck, who through her exhaustive community education effort exemplifies the very best of the work we do in our community. Tiff challenges students of all ages to effect a positive culture change and not accept violence, whether domestic or sexual, to be the norm. There are also the extraordinary volunteers at Vera House, the people who are truly called to the work they do for those we serve. Their callings vary as sexual assault, crisis call, and courthouse volunteers who are out all hours of the day and night to just be there with someone who has experienced a trauma so devastating that they may need one of our volunteers to help navigate all the experiences that come next in that moment. Then there is the important work that our board members and trustees do every day as ambassadors for the mission of Vera House in our community. Vera House's focus on prevention is some of the most important work we do. The people that every day are brave enough to step forward and put themselves directly in front of this work and are standing up against the violence. It is critical to break the cycle of violence, whether it is domestic or sexual, prevention efforts against rape culture, power and control. We're challenged, and we ask questions like, why is it okay to be dismissive of crude, offensive comments as simply locker room talk? It asks us to look inward when we accept such excuses and realize that words have impact, and not only is our response necessary, but our response is important. Prevention efforts teach us to say something. If you don't know how or what to say, then question. If you don't know how to stand up, question. If you wonder why, question. It is through our questioning and not our judgment we will have the greatest impact with prevention efforts. Our obligation to question will lead us to empowerment, and our actions are our shared power, and our actions are our strength to positively change culture so our loved ones will no longer be at risk of harm or death. Phil and I want to thank you for being here tonight. Whether you knew it or not, when you walked into this beautiful room, you have made an impact. Your choice to support Vera House here tonight is your response to stand up against sexual and domestic violence. Please continue to find ways to stand up, to question, to listen and learn, and to empower yourself and others. Start in your own home, and if you need our support, Vera House will be here. We will be your home too. And together we will all find peace, love, and safety under this roof. Thank you.
Thank you so very much, Jodi and Phil, and to Lynn, and everyone who helped make this event possible. Our sponsors, our foundation trustees, our board members, staff,